Hi everybody, Brian here. In this video I want to show you this car here. This is a 2021. It's a Ford Kuga and it's a 1.5 diesel titanium model. In this video we'll have a look around some of the features on the inside and the outside, and we'll also go for a drive in the car as well, so by the end of the video you'll have a really good idea, hopefully, of what these Kuga titaniums are about. Or if you're coming to look at this car here, you'll have a better idea of what you're coming to look at. If there's any information you want on the car, 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. If there's any information you want, do not hesitate to give me a shout. If you want information about the car, information about financing, information about trading an old car or a new car or whatever you have, please do give me a shout. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll start off by going for a quick drive in the car, and then we'll have a look around the features on the inside and the outside that I like, and hopefully you'll have a better idea what it's all about. So just before we settle in to go for a drive, this car, I notice, has parking sensors on the front, which should make noise as we get up here. It does. It gives you proximity radar. It's also got a rear sensors, and it's got a big reverse camera as well. The steering wheel over here then, I see it has things like the trip information menu, so we can change information in here of what the car is actually displaying to us, AdBlue, fuel range, fuel efficiency and that kind of stuff. And then over here, this is cruise control, also controls for radio volumes, and I see also Bluetooth controls over through here. The lights are recessed down here for lighting, front fog lights, brightness of the dash, and then over here these are mirror controls and also center locking, and then window controls down through here. The screen looks to have navigation, and it's definitely going to have things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in through there as well. And it looks then to have a couple of USB connectors down through there, and that looks like, I think it is, a wireless charging pad. Over here then you have dual zone climate, so different temperature driver, different temperature passenger, front and rear windscreen demisters. Gearbox is really nice actually, 6 forward gears and then up and over for reverse in through here, handbrakes up through there, drinks holder in through here, and you can cover that over, and then an armrest with some storage, and I presume you can take out that kind of coin box, and there's more deep storage in through there. Anyway, in terms of driving the car, so like I say, all the SUVs, it's high off the ground. There's a nice driving position. The windscreen feels massive actually for some reason, but it's nice airy cabin. The gear change is really nice. Now this is, you know, quite a new car, so the gearbox and the clutch and the accelerator and steering, everything feels really good in the car. That is just, it's really light kind of gear change in them, but it's 120 horsepower, 1.5 diesel. I would imagine, like my experience over the years with Fords in Focuses and things like that, the 1.5 diesel engine was quite frugal, so I'd imagine it's probably 45-50 miles per gallon. It's probably a fairly realistic estimate, somewhere in the region of kind of, you know, 5.5, 6 litres, 6.5 litres per 100 kilometres. But as I was saying, so far the car, it feels like a nice tidy car. So anyway, it drives good. A couple of things I really like on this car actually are these here. These are LED headlights. Okay, these ones are halogen, but the dipped one is an LED, which looks quite nice. They have these big LED daytime runners along through here, front fog lights down through there, and then it has that big sort of, I suppose, imposing grille on the front. So that looks quite nice. It's just a nice looking car at the front, nice and tidy, and I like the chrome that's on the grille, and I also like the bottom section along here, which is like a brushed aluminium. Around to the rear, I always like a car with 2 exhaust pipes on the rear. It makes it look really, really symmetrical and a little bit sporty too. So I think they're quite nice. Brushed aluminium along the bottom of the bumper looks quite cool as well. And then there's a big long LED along there, which is the tail light, which looks pretty nice as well. And I like the way they've done this kind of new, well, maybe it's not new, but to me, I'm less familiar with it over the last while. This nice Kuga font along here and the Ford badge, so that looks pretty nice. Windows are privacy along the rear. Then there's a boot spoiler that comes out with some piano black to finish down the side. There's some chrome that wraps around the top of the window, which kind of matches the sort of silver you see on the alloy wheel. Anyway, I get into silly details when I'm looking around the car. This is kind of funky. So you see the way that cover, the way you have, right, let's try that again. I actually pulled it down in my hand. So that's fixed in there, and there it wasn't actually clicked in properly. So that's cool. Like sometimes you have like a parcel shelf or a cargo cover that sits across. This one lifts totally out of the way, so you can get stuff in. And as you saw, as I clumsily pulled it down, it can actually come out altogether, which gives you a really high sort of storage area for tall cargo. There is actually a spare wheel, and the boot, in my opinion, is in excellent condition throughout. In terms of the rear of the car then, so black plastic along through here. There's a kind of the wood grain almost effect. Electrics for windows, child locks in through there. Actually, it's a bit funny in these Kugas, they're sort of in here, which is not where they normally are. But anyway, this seat, it reclines, so that's how you drop them forward. When you're sitting in it, that's actually how it's going to go backwards as well, so you can recline. So actually you can get really, really comfortable in this. To sit in the back, it kind of feels like, doesn't feel Volkswagen-y. It doesn't, I don't know actually, I suppose it's just uniquely Ford. In terms of the legroom, it's quite good for a 6-foot person. There is some storage in through here. And then after that, there is down here, USB connector with some ventilation. And I have to say, condition looks quite nice. 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts. Obviously, all these cars have curtain airbags up high, side impact protection bars in the doors and all that kind of stuff as well. So, but yeah, actually a really nice, tidy car. Looks like the car's had a pretty easy life. One thing actually that's on the doors, so this is your normal lock-on-lock fob. But if you want, leave that in your pocket, and then you touch that there to lock. So you put your hand in to unlock, it recognises that. Or if you want to lock on the doors, just touch the little braille grooves along there, and they work like that. That is height adjuster, that steering wheel is rake reach, so it goes up and down and in and out, and that's lumbar support for lower back. And the front seats then will have side impact protection airbags. There's also lumbar support for the passenger also as well. Again, same theme, kind of wood grain along here, brushed aluminium along here, black plastic over there, but it's nice and tidy on the inside. So anyway, that hopefully gives you some idea what this car is all about in terms of starting the car. It's also a push button start. If there's information you want on the car, Brian's my name, 086 843 1945. If you want information about the vehicle, or if you want information about trading or financing or whatever, this car will come with a warranty, and we will also supply the car serviced as well. Anyway, hopefully the video has been useful. Hopefully you like the car, and thanks a million for watching.